Way before we had massive cloud databases and SQL running everything, a really interesting war was fought right on our desktops back in the 90s. And this wasn't a battle about who had more features or a bigger marketing budget. Nope. This was a war where the main weapon was pure, raw speed. This is the story of dBase versus FoxPro.
You know, this one sentence just nails the entire drama, doesn't it? It's a total David and Goliath story, set against that, beige backdrop of early PCs. It's all about how this small team from Ohio just completely shook the industry to its core.
All right, so to really get this battle, you first have to understand the undisputed king of the battlefield at the time, a program called dBase. Throughout the 1980s, Ashton Tate's dBase wasn't just a choice. It was pretty much the choice. I mean, if you were building a business app for a PC, anything from accounting to inventory, you were almost certainly using dBase. It was a true giant, and it looked absolutely invincible. But here's the thing. Even with that total market dominance, a really critical vulnerability was starting to show, a crack in the armor that its competitors were definitely starting to notice. Yeah, the king was losing a step. As databases got bigger and more complexity, dBase was really struggling to keep up. Reports were taking longer and longer to run, and the developers who depended on it were getting really sick of waiting. The giant was vulnerable, and that created a perfect opening for a new challenger to step into the ring. And into that opening stepped the challenger, a small, pretty unassuming company from Ohio called Fox Software. And they didn't try to out-feature dBase. Instead, they put all their chips on a single radical idea. This was FoxPro's secret weapon. They called it Rushmore Technology, and it was a totally revolutionary way to get at your data. The best analogy is a book, right? Instead of flipping through every single page to find what you want, Rushmore went straight to the book's index, found the exact page it needed, and got the info, almost instantly. The difference was just night and day. And I'm not talking about a little 10 or 20% speed bump. We're talking about tasks that took several agonizing minutes in dBase, suddenly finishing in just a few seconds in FoxPro. So the impact was immediate. It was profound. For developers who'd been fighting dBase's sluggishness for years, seeing FoxPro run was like magic. The word spread like wildfire through the whole community. The giant had been publicly and completely outmatched. And this set the stage for a conflict that was refreshingly simple. It wasn't about who had the longest feature list or the biggest ad budget. It was all about one thing: who was the fastest? And just like that, the power started to shift. Developers, the people who actually make the decisions in this space, they started choosing raw performance over the comfortable, established market leader. The loyalty wasn't to the brand name anymore. It was to the tool that got the job done faster, period. And this all played out incredibly fast. In just a few short years, the entire desktop database landscape was turned on its head. And it all culminated in one of the biggest names in tech stepping right into the middle of the arena. Oh, Ashton Tate knew they were in trouble. They were scrambling, trying desperately to catch up. But the problem was fundamental. The core engine of dBase, its very foundation, just wasn't designed for the kind of smart optimization that Rushmore offered. You couldn't just bolt on more speed. So the Speed Wars didn't really end with one company driving the other out of business. Instead, the final act took place in the corporate boardroom, as the bigger fish in the pond saw a huge opportunity. So in 1992, Microsoft swoops in and buys Fox Software, instantly getting their hands on that incredible speed technology. And then not long after that, their main rival, Borland, acquires Ashton Tate. So the original fighters were now part of a much larger war between two absolute software titans. And even though the FoxPro name eventually faded away, its technology, its DNA, had this massive, long-lasting impact. Microsoft used it as a key weapon in their developer tools strategy, and the principles behind Rushmore even went on to influence the development of much bigger systems, like SQL Server. So what's the big takeaway from all of this? It's that FoxPro proved that speed wasn't just another bullet point on a feature list. A relentless, singular focus on game-changing performance can be enough to completely disrupt an entire market and challenge even the most powerful leader. And that brings us to today, right? This story is way more than just a piece of tech history. It's a timeless pattern. It's a powerful way to look at the tech world right now and ask a really important question. Which of today's giants have gotten a little bloated, a little slow, And who is the tiny, fast-moving company waiting in the wings to embarrass them?